this is the most comprehensive Tesla recap video on the internet. As far as rideshare, if it ain't, I don't care, y'all lame anyway. The Model 3s are starting off at $40,390. The Model 3 Performance is starting off at $56,390. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time. Here we are finally about to have this discussion, man. Should you buy or rent a Tesla to drive Uber? Let's talk about it. Man, what's going on, people? Drum roll. Guitar. Piano. Running speed coming back. Let's get it. Yeah, man. So I know y'all probably been wondering. I seen the comments. Are you still renting Tesla? You still renting Tesla? How's the Tesla going? Or should I rent the Tesla? That has been, people been talking about this for months now. And yeah, I was renting a Tesla, but I no longer am renting the Tesla. And eventually I will tell y'all what I decided to go with, but you know, let's stick to the topic at hand. So I was renting a Tesla for about 3.5 months, about 13 weeks or so. You know, I wanted to really drive it and experience it so I could give you a more accurate assessment. Is it really worth the hype? Should you get it? Should you not get it? Should you get something else? What should you do? But guess what? I am here to answer your questions, man. Let's talk about it. See, y'all thought I forgot about y'all, didn't y'all? Come on now, don't forget, man. I got y'all back, man. Shit, I got y'all back, man. But yeah, man, let's get straight to it, man. I know you probably, you know, sick of all the silliness. You probably want something serious, so, you know, let's talk about it. My first question for the audience, the people who are considering renting a Tesla or buying their own Tesla, I have about 5 questions for each and every one of y'all. The first question is, why do you even want a Tesla? Answer there. Why do you want a Tesla? Question number 2, what are your long-term goals? Like, are you getting the Uber rideshare game, whatever, just to have a cool car, drive around and talk to people and look cool? Or are you using it to make some money, maximize profits, take some of that money and do something else with it? What are your goals? Number 3, how long do you plan on committing yourself to doing Uber, Lyft, or whatever platform that you decide to go with? Just keep in mind, whatever car you choose, whatever that amount is, regardless if it's 5,000, 55,000, 85,000, 100,000, you just made yourself a commitment. So you decide what your commitment is and yeah, how much sacrifice you want to give up. Number 4, do you even have access to the charging network, or do you have somewhere that you could charge at the crib, or what? Where are you going to charge it up at? Consider that. And number 5, I'll say, are you really willing to work at least 60 hours a week if you do get this Tesla? You know, consider that too, man. So now let's get straight to it, man. I'm about to really break this thing down to the molecule, you know. So yeah, let's have some fun with it. Okay, so the first point I will address is renting versus buying. I'm gonna get to the renting portion first because I know a lot of y'all will probably consider, should I rent it? And yeah, let's talk about this. So we're gonna dive, hold on, I gotta do it. Dive right on in, shall we? All right, so yeah, man. So as far as renting, you know, with my experience, I had the car, like I said earlier, about 13 weeks. So I know it's a lot of, you know, say so, and people think that they're getting good deals because of, oh yeah, I get to ride a Tesla and, you know, I don't have to pay for the maintenance and all that stuff. And yeah, they're charging what they said, like $347 a week. Cap. That is cap-ola. They're charging way more than that. I think with the taxes and everything, it's about $447 or so, plus like the charging and the other fees. So it really comes out to about like $500 $500, maybe close to $600 a week, man. Yes, yes, yes. But, you know, let's just say my math is off. Maybe so. But one thing that is 100% guaranteed, I'm gonna show you my first statement. You know, I had the car about 7 weeks. I just kept extending and kept it extending. Somehow they allowed me to extend it up to 7 weeks, whatever. But within those 7 weeks, my first payment or my first statement that I paid was $4,046.60. God damn. So that's $4,000 within 7 weeks, almost 2 months. That's a lot of money. You know, that is a lot of money. So let's divide that by 7. Just give me 1 second. So that comes out to be $578 a week, man. So there is no, you get to pay $330 or $340. Man, they lying, man. You're not paying that. You're paying way more. So that's just the first one. Let's get to the next one. Let's get to the next statement. Okay, for the second statement, I had the car for 4 weeks. And within that time period, I paid $2,432.17. So we're gonna do the math on that as well. 2432.17 divided by 4. That's $608. So maybe I was charging a little bit more, or whatever the case may be, but $608 a week, man. So like I said, man, you paying about $570+ a week on average. And the last time I had it, you know, it said 3 weeks, but you know, I went in like a day late, so they charged me for a whole nother week. But luckily I called back and tell them I returned the car, so they refunded me like $300 something. But just for the sake of this video, you know, we're gonna go with the 3 weeks for 1704. 1704.58 divided by 3, $568, ladies and gentlemen. Within 13 weeks, it was $8,183.35, man. So a lot of y'all will talk about, oh, I want to rent a Tesla, and you know, Elon Musk, he just bought Twitter, I want to be cool, and zip because of, you know, instant acceleration. Man, $8,000, man. Do you think $8,000 is worth that? Because on that, let's say, okay, let's divide that by 13 real quick. So 8,100, what I say, 83.38 divided by 13 comes out to be $629 a week on average. So let's just times that by like 52 if you was to have this car for a whole year. Just because, you know, when I went to pick up my car after I turned the rental back in, I talked to a guy, he had the Tesla rentals. Oh yeah, I've been renting a year. And I'm like, God damn, why you been doing that? So let's just times that by 52. So that comes out to $32,733. So it's like pretty much you're gonna be driving just to fund the car and pay Hertz. So you already know the answer. I mean, if y'all think it's worth it, that's on you, but the numbers is right here, man. And they right here. That's all I gotta say about that. But you know, let's get to the pros and cons. How about we're gonna do that? Because I got a few bullet points. I want to discuss the pros and cons of having the Tesla rental, or if you want to buy your own car. Yeah. Okay, but that's just the whole, you know, Hertz rental car program, you know, stuff like that. But let's say that you want to, like, you know what, fuck it, I don't want to rent, you know, my credit is good, I want to get my own Tesla. Okay, fine. So I went on the website, you know, the Model 3s are starting off at $40,390. And you know, that's the rear wheel drive. That's damn like a tongue twister. I can't even say a tongue twister. Rear wheel drive. $40,390, but you get an estimated range of 272 miles. So in reality, you're gonna get less than that. So we could probably say about fucking 200 miles, which ain't shit. So you're gonna be hitting a charging station at least probably 3 times a day. That's just with that. And it's also, like I said, that's about with taxes and everything. The vehicle price says $46,090. So yeah, that's still $40,000 on the car. But let's say, you know, you want some little bit more mile, you could get the Model 3 Performance. The Model 3 Performance is starting off at $56,390. So with taxes and everything, $62,990. And keep in mind, this not with any additional cost. This not if you want white seats. This not if you want to change the color of the car. Because for free, you get the white or you get the silver. And you don't have to, you know, pay for those options. This not included, you know, the full self-driving capability or the enhanced autopilot. You know, those are $6,000 option and a $15,000 option if you want those features. So yeah, man, $60,000. But how much would that be in a month? Okay, fine. So for the regular Model 3 rear wheel drive, I got it right that time. You know, on the website, it says with a $4,500 down payment, you know, 5.34% APR for 72 months, it will come out to $712. I'm not sure how true that is, but like I said, man, it all depends on your credit and all that stuff. That's if you go through Tesla financing, but let's say if you got a credit union or another bank you will go through, your numbers will, you know, they will fluctuate. Man, I'm not a banker or none of that, so I'm just basing everything off what the website says. So for the Performance, you know, $4,500 down, same numbers, 72 months. You're looking at $973, but in reality, it's going to be about $1,000+ dollars. Damn. So ask yourself, man, do you really want to be paying $700 to $1,000? I mean, maybe you do. I don't see why, but maybe you do, man. You know, that's up to you, because a lot of people that's talking shit in my comments, they complain about low wages and, you know, Uber being crook. So, you know, why would you make it harder for yourself by getting this expensive vehicle? So, yeah, those are some of the numbers. Of course, if you want to get the Model Y or X or what's the other one? S, it's gonna be a lot more expensive. So, you know, you can make the decision for yourself, man. $1,000 at least. Let's just say $1,000 a month. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, now it's time for the pros and cons, you know, because, you know, you got to have the pros and cons. You know, I made a little list. So let's start off with the pros. Pro number one, it's definitely a cool car. I'm not even gonna lie, it's a cool car. You're gonna like it. Passengers definitely gonna like it. It's gonna feel good to be in, at least for like the first few months, maybe even first few weeks, because you're gonna spend so much time in it. But it's a cool car. You will also get a lot of questions about it. You know, people gonna, you know, they're gonna want to be engaged because, oh my God, it's my first time in a Tesla. I've never been in a Tesla before. How do you like it? So if you into that type of stuff, you know, you want to answer those questions, then there you go. And then also, and I think driving that car also puts people in a better mood, because once they select Uber X or whatever, let's say even if you got it for Lyft and you still have a Tesla, and they see the Tesla come up, they're gonna be like, oh, Tesla, okay. They're gonna be eager to get in the car. It's gonna be a whole different experience. So that's a pro. Another pro is it's so quick. Like, you could zip in and out of traffic. You know, you could get yourself out of tight situations. So if you want to merge, and you know how sometimes like you'll check like your rear view mirror or something, damn, it's a car coming, but my car is too slow, I won't be able to make it. Oh, you gonna make it with the Tesla. You could get over, then you out of there. So that's a cool feature. And you know, passengers, they like that experience as well. You know, that quick, instant acceleration. They be like, oh my God, this is fast. Like, duh. Another pro, you won't have to do much maintenance at all, man. It's not that many moving components or moving parts, so you don't have to be, you know, at the dealership, you know, doing oil changes, spark plugs and flushes and fluids, this and blah, blah, blah. That's if you're renting or if you end up deciding to buying or purchasing your own. You would not have to do too much maintenance. Another pro, autopilot. This is like my favorite feature of the whole car. I use it quite often. Like the autopilot, man, you can sit in traffic, you could text a little bit. You know, you could just chill out. Just put in autopilot, just relax, man. Just sit there, of course, you know, try to keep your hands on the wheel, make sure you're paying attention, see what's going on. I would highly recommend that. But it's just a good feature to have so you can just relax a little bit. And I think the greatest benefit of that is having some extra security if you do get like fatigue on those long trips, you know, because if you don't have it, you start to get fatigued, you start to drift over, then you hear boom, 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 then you start to wake up. But with the autopilot, you know, if you do start to get fatigued, falling asleep, you can put the autopilot on and, you know, it can assist you on that long journey. And yeah, man, just extra security for you. And oh yeah, the next one is $150 a week extra. I think if you do 50 rides or so, I would put the screenshot. Oh, you know I like to do the one. Oh, I'll put the screenshot right here. So if you do have an EV, you get like up to $150 extra a week if y'all into that. So yeah, there you go right there. Now let's get to the cons. My first con and the biggest con that I have to have, Hertz, man. Hertz marketing is brilliant. So like I said, man, they want to get you all eager to drive a Tesla. Even people, like when you're renting and you have to renew it, it's always in line. And so you can see like, damn, that's this many people want to drive this fucking car. And even when I'm driving, you know, I'm paying attention to other Teslas and I see Uber signs. Then once I see that little white tag where the registration tag go, rental. Oh, rental. Yeah, that white tag, it just give it all. So then you start to think like, damn, Hertz got their ass, you know. They thought that they was getting a good deal. They driving these cars and yeah, it's a Tesla, I don't gotta do this. But keep in mind, they call it Hertz for a reason because that shit hurts. It hurts. It's gonna hurt your pockets, man. Like I said, within 13 weeks, $8,100. Like you could have damn near bought a car, and that's in 13 weeks, man. 13 weeks went by like this. You know, 3.5 months. You like, damn, $8,000. You know how much stuff I could have bought. Anyways, that's besides the point. Con number 2, it is not only expensive to rent through Hertz, but it's an expensive car to buy. Keep in mind, man, a couple years ago, 2019, I got my 2007 Prius, less than $10,000. It probably was like $9,000 outside of the door. So just imagine how many Teslas I could have had from that. At least what, 5 or 6? Not too shabby. It's expensive. Con number 3, you're gonna have to charge at least once or twice a day. More often than not, twice a day if you are really like in a big market and you go far, and if you drive more hours. That's guaranteed, man. You're going to have to charge. You know, it just takes time. So it's gonna at least take you, if you charge to 80%, at least 25 minutes. So you times that by 2, that's 50 minutes. And depending on how far you are from a charger, shit, then you have to drive there. So drive there, drive to the charger. So that's like at least an hour, hour and a half out your day. And if you don't have anywhere like to eat at a charging station, like no restaurants, or you don't bring your own lunch, then you still got to factor in that little 30 or 40 minutes of time that it takes you to eat. So within there, that could be like an extra 2 hours, an hour and a half plus out of your day from driving. So man, yeah, man, that's a lot of time, because you start to calculate those hours, hour and a half, 2 hours, that could be at least what, 7 through, let's say 14 hours a week that you are missing just from fucking with the charging. So yeah, man, money is time, time is money. And you could be using that time to do other things, push-ups, working out, working on your purpose, whatever the case may be, man. But You know, you're gonna need those hours in. Another con, you know, they always change the prices per kilowatt hour. I don't know how often that they do, but it always changes. And they have different prices to charge at different times. At different times of the day, the price will change. So if you don't get up early, if you're not an early riser, or if you don't drive late, you will be paying maybe like 40 to 58 cents a mile, because the screenshot I'm about to put right here, bam, this is from like a couple months ago, so I'm not sure what the prices are now. But imagine if you don't get like the early morning charges. You know, I remember when I was charging early morning, maybe if I'm like low, maybe like $13 or $18. But if I have to charge again, $25, $30, so that's maybe, you know, close to like $40. But let's say if I start like around 8 a.m., then I have to charge twice, sometimes $40, $50 a day on charging, man. So yeah, man, people be like, oh, I'm getting a Tesla because, you know, it saves money on gas. I get to save gas. No, that's not true. Maybe if you could charge at home, but you still got to charge it at a supercharger sometime to get back out there. And also, you know, you still have to consider how much the car costs. You know, $50,000, $60,000 plus the charge. Like, and you saving on gas. Okay, pal. The next con, I'm not sure what number I'm on. The next con, it's like an X con. But the next con is questions. It could be a pro and a con, but questions, like, it started off as a pro, but now after you hear it like every single day, it's just annoying. You gotta, oh, how do you like the car? Oh, does the screen come with it? Then you gotta explain to people how to open up the doors and do all this extra stuff. And you know, some people trying to roll down the window and they open up the door, and like, you gotta explain to them, you just open up the door. Can you hit the same button, open up the door and close it? And people just, oh, I'm not used to this technology. Fucking dorks, man. So yeah, man, so those questions can be a con too. Trust me, you will get annoyed. That's how it is. You would definitely get annoyed because you would hear these questions over and over again, and it can ruin your experience, and also it can kind of make you a dick, you know, because you got to keep talking to people and explaining, like, man, not you too, shut up. Next con is parts and labor. I assume this, I'm not 100% accurate, but I'm pretty sure that the parts and labor can be a little bit more pricey compared to some of the other competitive vehicles. And not only that, it may take a longer turnaround time if, you know, something does happen to your car to get everything fixed. Because, you know, you have to take it, I think, to a Tesla dealership, or maybe if you could find some type of repair center or dealership that does accept, you know, those cars. So yeah, man, the parts, they can be expensive. Last one, and this is pretty important to me. This is the most important one. It leaves you on the table for a greater risk. And I'm just gonna have a whole section about that, because I got a few bullet points about the risk it opens you up for. So let's just talk about that right now, damn it. All right, man. The risk that it opens you up for, man, just know that you are making a huge, huge, huge commitment every single month to stay out there longer and pay more money and risk your profits just to have a cool car. So regardless if you're renting or paying your own vehicle, even if you find like a good deal, let's say you're gonna be paying anywhere from $700, and if you rent it in a month, you might as well just say $2,400 a month. $2,400 a month. And that's regardless if you in California or if you in fucking Arizona, if you in Atlanta. $2,400 a month, man. That's gonna be more than your mortgage, more than your rent. It's a lot of money, man. $2,400 a month. With that, I could get a camera body every single month. Look, just think, hold on, I'm about to put it right here. This is the camera I'm thinking about purchasing. Bam. And that's 20, it's the same price of the Tesla rental. So just think about all the things that you could be doing with the extra money, investing in education, you know, new skill sets, traveling, doing whatever things what you want with your family, stuff like that. So that's a huge commitment, man. And $700 through $2,400 a month. No, thank you. We are trying to maximize profits and, you know, take some of that risk off. The next point is, if you get into an accident, this if you own your own vehicle. So let's say you, like, no, I'm not listening to Ronnie speak. He don't know what he's talking about. He's capping. He's just getting paid by Uber and Lyft. So, okay, fine. Let's say you don't listen to me. You want to get your own, and you got your own. God forbid that you get into an accident. Now what? Now you have to pay that car, the car that you just got, plus the rent, plus other bills and utilities, plus you have to come up with the money for a deduction. I mean, for your deductible, not the deduction. See, y'all just got me in a deduction. No deduction, depreciation. Anyways, so you gotta pay for the money for your deductible for your insurance. You gotta go through an insurance claim. And if you don't have another vehicle you can replace that vehicle with and drive and still earn money, now you have to rent, which leaves you on the table to pay the Tesla that you purchased plus the rental. So you got double trouble. Yeah, there you go. Congratulations. You got double trouble, man. So that $700,000 or whatever the case may be that you're going to pay to buy your own, and the rental and bills and your deductible, congratulations. You just effectively got another car payment plus your bills. That is a huge risk. So if you get something cheaper and you can pay it off quicker, if something goes wrong with that car where you can't drive for a week or a couple weeks or a month or so, you don't have a car payment or as high like $1,000 like car payment or whatever, that's incredible. And the last risk is, you know, the honeymoon phase will evaporate. It will go away once you spend, you know, a few hours in the car per day, week, month, whatever the case may be. It will just become another car. Like, you won't even care about it. Then the questions that you have to answer will get annoying. The explaining will get annoying. And, you know, it'll just become another tool. So yeah, man, so you have to ask yourself and really consider, like, yeah, I'm emotional right now. I want to drive a cool car, but just think at month 50 or month 60 or month 72, how is that car payment going to feel? God damn it. How's that motherfucking car payment going to feel, that expensive car payment? It may not feel good. You know, you can't predict life. Things may happen. You know, even, you know, a couple years ago with the whole, you know, lockdown, you know, I wasn't tripping because I didn't have a car note at the time, man. Who knows what type of state of mind I would have been in if I had to pay $1,000 plus rent. I'm like, oh shit. So you also have to consider that, man. You want to minimize risk because you never know what can happen, and you have to be prepared for the worst. You want to drive something that's, you know, relatively nice. I want to say nice, like something that's drivable, presentable, that people will feel comfortable getting in, keeping it clean, and that you can have something, you know, like a low payment, or the price of the car isn't that high where you can pay it off pretty quickly. You're not stuck paying this shit off 5 years, 7, 8 years, you know, in the making, because, you know, you don't know. For most people, y'all probably not gonna do this too long. Y'all gonna probably go out here for a couple weeks, maybe, oh, it's not no money here, and then, you know, I'm mad because I bought this car to do Uber, and they scamming us, and they don't paying us fairly. You know, earlier this year, man, I took an Uber, man. This guy, he was just pissed, like, oh, Uber, you know, I bought this $30,000 car, and, you know, it's their fault. I'm like, bro, nobody told you to do that. That's your fault why you did that. Don't be that person, man. So, but yeah, man. I pretty much, I think I laid most of the things down that I came up with from my experience. This is the most comprehensive Tesla recap video on the internet as far as rideshare. If it ain't, I don't care. Y'all lame anyway. So, but yeah, man. So y'all can make the decision. Hopefully, y'all listen to me and get something cheap, man. But if you do have to rent for a little bit of time, I'll just rent like just a normal car, because the EVs, man, it's gonna be a lot more money, man. Trust me. And you have to wait to charge it and all that stuff. But hey, if you want to rent it, shit, good luck. I'm not even gonna argue with people. I'm just gonna tell them good luck, man. But like I said, man, the most important thing is maximizing your profits. So something cheap, you can still make 2 racks a week, and you'll still be happy, man. And most people ain't gonna care anyway, man. So that is the 100% truth. And that's all I really have to say. But before we get up out of here, I'm going to leave you with what car should you get? You just gonna have to wait until the next video for me to answer that question. Sorry, but not sorry, But yeah, man, leave y'all out on that hook or cliffhanger, whatever you call it. But yeah, be in tune for the next video. I'm gonna show you what I end up going with. And yeah, man, hope y'all like this video. Drop some comments. Oh yeah, for the people who not subscribe, man. Y'all been watching me but ain't subscribing, haters. Subscribe to the channel, man. Like the video. We turning up all 2023. So here it is, the Tesla recap. So hope this helps. Other than that, I'm about to eat. Over and out. Look at these waves, man. Spinning. Oh, I'm being nerd. I'm gonna calculate everything, oh, y'all gonna get the Tesla, and I'll pay $2,400 a month. Fuck out of here, man. Peace.